Good morning and welcome to City Hall. It's good to see so many people out here today. Wednesday, June the 10th for the Day of Portugal. We're going to be raising the flag here. Mr. Mayor, Consul General, members of City Council, members of the Portuguese community, citizens of Winnipeg, bon dia. Welcome to you one and all. It's certainly great. Thank you very much to the Banda, Banda Lira de Fatima, led by Mr. Luis. Please give him a big round of applause for the wonderful rendition. Glad to be here. I'm glad to see Mr. Doug McNeil, CEO of the City of Winnipeg, as well as members of Winnipeg's Public Service, and so many of you here today, the Liga de Competentes. I see my friend Mr. Frank Silva from the Cultural Group. We have Mr. Jean-Paul Milo from the President of the Casa dos Azores. I'm just going off the top of my head here. I see Mr. Roger Ribeiro from the Casa de Minho. I see Mr. August Bairos from the Association, the Portuguese Association of Manitoba. We have, who else do we have here? The band. Father Tiago, Father Medeiros. It's good to see so many. I'm sorry if I'm missing anybody, but we have members of the Business Council, Mr. Pereira, Mr. Walter Rodriguez, our friend John Cardozo. All right, let's get on with it. It's my pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce to you the Mayor of the City of Winnipeg. Please help me welcome Mayor Brian Bowman.
You know, for winging it, he does an amazing job. Let's give a hand to our Deputy Mayor, Councillor Cagnican. Welcome, as was just mentioned, welcome to City Hall. It's so nice to start the day. We have an EPC meeting scheduled in a few minutes. I think we're going to extend this for a couple hours, so we're going to stay out here. It's beautiful. There's a number of my council colleagues are here. I want to recognize them. We have Councillor Barati here. We have Councillor Gilroy, Councillor Mays, Councillor Morantz, Councillor Orlico, Councillor Lukes, and Councillor Schreier. Did I miss anybody? No? Okay. Paulo, the Honorary Consul General for Portugal, welcome. It's so nice to see you at City Hall. And of course, members of the Portuguese Philharmonic and members of our community. It's a pleasure to join you today as we celebrate Dia de Portugal and commemorate Portugal's national poet and fearless adventurer, Luis Camões. It's important to remember and celebrate our culture and roots that make our city so diverse, and Portugal Day is all about honoring our heritage and history that makes us proud. You know, flags are symbols of our deep connection to our heritage and our sources of pride. So flag raisings are a great way to connect our community and share in celebrations of our diversity as a community. I know the popular pavilion of Portugal will be a must-see again this year at Folklorama. I'm looking forward to sampling the food, especially the famous and delicious custard tarts. On our Portuguese community's rich culture, traditions, heritage, and great food. I did mention the food, right? Contribute to the vibrant tapestry that makes up our great, diverse city and help make Winnipeg a place we're all proud to call home. On behalf of the City of Winnipeg, I'd like to thank the Portuguese community for all you do and for inviting us to celebrate your homeland's national holiday with you. It's a pleasure to be here today to raise the flag. I hope you feel a special sense of pride in your heritage today and every day in our City of Winnipeg. Viva Portugal! Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. It's now my pleasure to call up to the podium Mr. Paul Cabral. Please give him a big round of applause. Paul Cabral, Consul.
Thank you. His Worship Mayor Brian Bowman, Deputy Mayor Mike Patacan, members of City Council, leaders of the Portuguese community, presidents of associations, organizations, clergy, Portuguese veterans, member of the Portuguese media and Portuguese band, Portuguese and Canadian friends, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. My wife and I are honored and delighted to be here this morning to celebrate our National Day. Portugal and Manitoba and the City of Winnipeg share a warm friendship relation which has been growing in strength to strength since 1955, when the first Portuguese settled in Winnipeg. We are very proud of what we have been able to achieve together, and I wish to reaffirm our determination to consolidate the existing ties. Today, as we celebrate our National Day, we also evoke our great national poet, Luís Vaz de Camões, who died in 1580, and we honor all the Portuguese communities, and most especially the Portuguese living abroad, which amounts to a total of around 5.5 million, scattered from the Americas to Southeast Asia, Africa, and Europe. By doing so, we pursue to prevail ourselves and renew in us every year Camões' humanistic legacy and cosmopolitan vision of the world. Although deprived of his literacy genius, like him, we celebrate today the essentials, shared nature of all humans, regardless of race, latitude, creed, and social class. We also, of course, reiterate our love for our country while seeking inspiration to deal with the great responsibility to carry our homeland into the future, something we could even if we reside abroad. So today, we Portuguese gather together with our friends from around the world and in Canada and on the grounds of this City Hall to celebrate our common ideals as nations who live in freedom. So we as nations have constructed ourselves not on what makes us different from other people, but what we have in common regardless of geography and different history. I would like to thank His Worship Mayor Bowman for his availability to host this ceremony, as well as the members of City Council, Portuguese Band, and all the members of the Portuguese community present here. God bless you, God bless Canada and Portugal. Thank you very much, and please enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Consul Cabral. I just wanted to recognize the Portuguese veterans. It's really great to see you here today, led by Mr. Pedro Correa. It's good to see you here. We also have members of the Portuguese media. I see our city clerks are here as well. Thank you very much for coming. You know, our City of Winnipeg motto, I just want to share with you, our City of Winnipeg motto is a Latin expression. It's unum cum virtute multorum. And in English, that means one city with the strength and blessings of many. In 1971, 13 different municipalities came together to form the City of Winnipeg. It has a dual meaning. Our city is we are a community of communities from people all across the globe, and the Portuguese community here in Winnipeg is a very significant community. Like the mayor said, we want to thank you again and recognize the contributions, the many contributions of your community. All of us look forward to seeing you at the Portuguese pavilions. We've got two pavilions, the Pavilion of Portugal and the Casa de Minho Portuguese Pavilion. And we will surely be happy to visit there and to taste the wonderful food. Now the moment of honor, if I could call the mayor and Consul Cabral to the flagpoles for the flag raising. And members of City Council, if you could just join the mayor and Consul, that would be great. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That ends the formal part of the program.